welcome. To those of you who aren't too sure who I am, I am Bridget, the Key Account Manager here at Rex. I'm also joined by Peter. He is our Director of Customer Experience at Rex. We're really excited to kickstart this AI series, which is separate to our Rex Essentials series for those of you who are also joining our Rex Essentials on a Thursday. We've got about 4 weeks left of that. So this will run alongside our Rex Essentials training, which is amazing. So you guys get 2 bonus sessions each week. Peter is going to start with showing you guys a couple of our slides first of all, and then we will get into the functionality side of things for AI admin, which we'll go over today.
Awesome. Thanks, Bridget. So for those who don't know me, as I said just before Bridget jumped on, I'm the Director of Customer Experience here. Sorry, my name is Peter. I'm the Director of Customer Experience here. So thank you everyone for joining us. It's great to have you here. A few weeks ago, we unveiled the Rex AI roadmap and put the first pillar of that, our AI admin, into open beta. Many of you were using that during the beta. All of you have access to that now and should be getting some value out of that, or definitely will be after we go through it today in the webinar. And for those of you who've been giving us feedback, thank you very much for giving that feedback. It has actually been directly shaping what we build and how we get that to market and into all of your hands. Just a bit of heads up, based on that early feedback, we're actually going to be renaming AI Admin to AI Assist over the next week or two. So you will hear us interchange between AI Admin and AI Assist as we've only decided to make that move today. But it will be AI Assist in the product over the next coming weeks. So as Bridget said, I'm going to go through some slides, give you a bit of background on what we've been working on. Then I'm going to hand back over to Bridget and she will give a live demo of AI Assist in Rex as well as in Pocket. After that, we'll answer any of the questions that you have. So you should be able to drop questions into the chat as we go. But the title of this slide is kind of the whole idea of what we're talking about. So it's AI built with purpose, built into Rex. So it's not bolted on. So we'll get into that shortly. But before I show any of that, I just want to zoom out for 1 minute because you really can't judge what we've built without seeing the moment that we're building in and understanding a bit of the context. So every wave of technology for most of you in your careers has arrived faster than the one before it. And for some of you, you've lived through all of this. So for the PC era, it took 16 years from like the early release of the PC to get to 50% population or 50% penetration of the population, right? And that was like desktops going into the office, replacing paper diaries. It was a time when listings were printed for the window and so on. The internet and cloud did that in roughly 8 years. So it took 16 years for PC to reach half the population. It took the internet and cloud about 8 years. For us, realestate.com and domain, buyers, stop calling for a brochure and start searching from their computers and all that kind of thing. The mobile adoption rate was 5 years to 50% market penetration. And suddenly you're running your whole business off your phone. And AI, the era that we're currently in, has only taken less than 3 years to get to 50% of the market. And here's why it's this fast, and why it actually matters more than speed itself. Like every earlier wave had a cost to adopt. You had to buy the hardware, wait for the rollout, learn the system. That friction gave everyone a runway, like years to watch competitors and then follow. AI has had almost none of that friction. There's nothing to install. It's already inside the tools that you're using every day. And so it doesn't spread at the speed of procurement. It actually spreads at the speed of habit. So the window to adapt isn't years, it's actually months. And I want to be clear, this is not a threat to the industry. Anyone that says AI is going to replace agents, in our opinion, is crazy. but it is the reason that we're here today because whenever something moves this fast, the honest question is in the room should I be worried? And the answer is no. But then how do we use this to get more value out of what we're doing and to deliver more value to our customers? So these five things on this slide um, make a great real estate agent. So trust, negotiation, local knowledge, reading a room, and handling an emotion. AI does none of this. You can't prompt your way to trust. You can't automate the moment a vendor breaks down at the kitchen table because they're selling their home that their kids grew up in. That's human and it always will be. Most agents are not limited by skill, they're limited by time, right? So, admin, emails, follow ups, updates, writing ads. So AI isn't going to replace or touch the parts that actually help you win listings, those human elements of your jobs, right? What it can do is remove the parts or streamline the parts that slow you down. And that gives you back the one thing that you can't buy more of, which is time, right? So more time means more conversations, more appraisals, and more listings. So you might be thinking, sure, but everyone says, or every generation says their technology is the one that changes everything. That's fair, but let's test that against history, right? We've been here before as agents in this space. Online listings, realestate.com came out and online listings were a thing, and everyone was saying agents are going to be replaced. They weren't, but the early adopters won more market share. Then, after realestate.com, CRMs became the next thing that everyone was talking about. And people saying, oh, CRMs are going to replace agents. They didn't, right? Everyone thought the database would do the work. It didn't, but the organized agents that use those CRMs outran, sorry, the reactive ones. With social media, it was the same story again. Social media is going to replace the portals. It's going to replace agents. People will be able to transact directly through Facebook and other things. That didn't happen, right? But those agents who used it built more visibility in their market and bigger pipelines. So that's what's really important there. Now, AI, right? Again, people have been talking about AI replacing agents. We don't think that's going to happen, right? It just won't replace agents. But the agents who use AI will replace the agents that don't, right? So this isn't a technology conversation, it's a leverage conversation, which is exactly where we're headed. Um, so Uh, drop a number in the chat. Like we can chat about it when we do the Q&A. But how many hours a week do you think you're losing to emails, to writing listing descriptions, to doing mundane follow-ups in the CRMs and the databases, right? All of the admin that you need to do, right? None of that stuff is like high skill work. It's important, but it's energy draining, right? If you look at the chain, right? Agents who prepare better respond faster, they sound more confident, they build trust faster, and then they win more listings. That chain, it just doesn't change, right? And AI is not going to change that equation. It just makes the first step, preparing, take minutes instead of hours, right? It makes you respond faster. It's going to help you do what you do better, right? 5 hours a week, 50 weeks a year, that's 250 hours back. That's dozens of extra conversations. And in this business, as you know, those conversations become your listings. And what that looks like in monetary terms, right? So is this slide here. If you're saving 5 hours a week, 250 hours a year, you could be winning 10 more listings. If we look at Australia's median dwelling value and like 2% commission, and obviously this is going to be different in every market, but like we're talking about, $188,000 of additional GCI. That's the case for AI in a single number. Like it's not hype, it's leverage. And that's me with the slides done. I'm going to hand over now to Bridget so that she can talk to you. Sorry, so she can talk to you about exactly what we're talking about here and show you through Rex's AI Assist functionality.
Alrighty, I'm gonna steal a screen share from Peter. Hopefully everyone can see my screen. So for those of you who haven't seen AI Assist opening up on your desktop version as of yet, It does live up here in the top right-hand corner next to your photo or your initials. And if you do click on that one, it will essentially open up the AI Assist chat for you, which will look like the following. In here, you can upload any documents or images that you have got saved onto your laptop. I should also preface that this is available both in desktop version and also in Pocket by Rex, so our mobile app. On Pocket, it is down the bottom next to your home button, which you can then click on and it will show a similar screen. Your plus button, though, allows you to access your desktop images and your desktop files. If you do have questions as well, guys, sorry, I've just realized some people are raising their hands. If you can pop your questions into the Q&A box, we will make sure that we answer those at the end of this Q&A, essentially. So please pop them into the Q&A box so that we can answer those for you. But essentially in here, you can ask the AI Assist tool to do anything in the CRM that you can do yourselves. So if you are creating notes, contacts, wanting to pull together a list of buyers or a list of properties in a specific suburb, you can essentially ask the AI Assist tool to do this for you without you having to go ahead and do this yourselves. It saves you time so that you don't have to go and try and pull together this data or do those actions yourselves because it is essentially working in the background for you. You can ask the AI Assist tool as well to actually do multiple things for you at the one time. So you don't have to sit there and wait for it to process. It will essentially do those things in the background for you. And if I show you some that I prepared earlier, it will come up with the ready icon here that we can see when those chats or those prompts essentially are completed and those requests are done. So if I just show you this first one that I've got here, I might zoom in a little bit just in case people can't really see my screen. But essentially what I've asked here is I have asked the AI Assist tool that I've let the AI Assist tool, sorry, maybe I need a third coffee for the day, that I have door knocked Lisa Rock at 123 Smith Street in Wellington Point. I'm going to appraise her property on Friday at 3 p.m. to create, and I've asked it to create me an appointment and remind me on Thursday to give her a call. The AI Assist tool has confirmed my planned actions, so it's going to create my contact for Lisa. It's recognized that I don't have one existing for her. It's creating a property as well for that address because it's also recognized that one doesn't exist in my database. It's going to link Lisa as an owner to that actual property as well, which is great. Keeps my database nice and clean. It's scheduling that appointment for me on Friday at 3 p.m. like I told the tool, told the assistant, if I can speak. I'm so sorry, everyone. It's also going to add my reminder as well to give Lisa a call on Thursday to confirm. Once I hit confirm, it's then gone ahead and completed all of those actions for me, as you can see when I scroll down. Now, because this is a tool inside of the CRM, like Pete mentioned, it's not a bolted on feature. It is something that is available inside the CRM. When you do click on those records, if I zoom out, it will take you straight through to the actual record it's created or that it's linked you to. So as we can see here, it's taken me through to Lisa's contact. If I was to click on the property record, it would then take me through to that property record as well. If I wanted to see that reminder and appointment that it created for me, I can click on that appointment tab there and it will show me that appraisal appointment. If you've got your two-way calendar sync set up as well in your Rex account, that appointment will feed through into your own personal Gmail or Outlook calendar. If you're not too sure on the two-way calendar sync, reach out to our support team and they'll be able to help you out there. And also clicking on that reminders tab there and actually showing that reminder that I asked it to create as well to follow up Lisa. If I click on that outwards arrow though to show you another example, I have asked the AI Assist tool about a private inspection that I did at this particular property address with John Smith. He loved the garden. He thought the kitchen was small. His interest level was warm, and I've asked it to log the feedback and also to create a draft email for me to send to my vendor. As we can see here, it's found that John is a new contact. He doesn't exist in my database, so it's creating that contact for me. It's also going to log that feedback note for me, which it's proceeded to do that, as we can see here. So John Smith has been created there. His inspection note has been created as well, which is amazing. And there is that draft email that it has created to send off to the vendor. Now it will ask you to approve the email. So if you are asking the AI admin tool or the AI assist tool, sorry, to create an email for you, it will ask you to approve that email before you send it out. Now, of course, make sure that you are reviewing those emails before you just click send. You want to make sure that it is sending out the correct and appropriate information for you and for your vendor or buyer to see. But as we can see, it's drafted a quite nice email for me. I've touched base, but wanting to touch base about the following private inspection. This is the buyer, this was their interest level, and this was their feedback. Overall, we'll continue to follow him up, reach out if you've got any questions. It's put the email as from me because I'm logged in as my user. And if I clicked on send email, it would then send out that email to my vendor that is attached to my listing record. And like I mentioned before, those records are clickable, so I can click on John Smith. It will take me into John's contact. We can see that his interest level is warm there. And if I scroll down, I'll be able to see his feedback added to his actual contact record as well. Another example that I've got here is about scheduling an open home. So I have asked the AI Assist tool to create a new open home for me at a particular property address for this Saturday at 10 a.m. and also asked it to notify all of my hot and warm buyers for that property. So as we can see here, it's let me know about those planned actions. It is going to create the open home and then it's going to notify all of my hot and warm buyers for me. It's asking me to confirm those details are correct, which I did, and asked it to create the open home, which the tool has then found that I only have 2 hot buyers and no warm buyers for this particular listing. Which, as we can see, it's let me know who those recipients are. I can then choose if I would like it to go out by email or SMS. I'm just going to choose email for this example. And as we can see here, there is that email that it's drafted again with the open home date and time for me to then click send. It will then send out that email as separate emails to those recipients. It won't just go as one group email, just so that you're aware. It will send out as the 2 separate emails. What I might do is I might just quickly double check the Q&A box. Can this add tags as well? I can see that Peter has just answered that question as I have gone to answer it. This functionality can add tags to your contacts, yes, if you asked it to. You can have a running chat with it where you say for contacts in terms of when I create a new contact, I want it to add to this mailing list. You can create that rule chat essentially from there. Josie, can emails be drafted and sit in inbox/Outlook before sending? So the emails can be drafted in the AI admin tool. However, they can't sit in draft form in your Outlook or Gmail. It has to sit in the AI admin tool as it's not connected to that Outlook or Gmail. When you do send the emails, though, just so you're aware, it does come from the email address that you have as your user email address. So whether it be at rexsoftware.com.au as an example, it will come from that at rexsoftware.com.au email address. Can you add, say, all buyers from a property to mailing list via AI admin? That is correct, Cameron. You can do that. So, for example, we wanted to type in here, show me all buyers for 25/157 Long Street, add them to all contacts mailing list. It will go ahead and do that for you. Yes. Can you set up a default email that it uses when passing on feedback? It would then insert the relevant details within the email. That way we don't have to edit every time. I am a little bit confused by that question. Pete, do you by any chance know?
I think it's Natalie's asking if you can tell AI Assist to use a particular the like mail merge template, which
You,
um, I think you can.
yes, you
Yeah.
can. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So yeah, you can ask it if you've got email templates that you've already created, you can ask it to use that particular template when you are sending out a feedback email to your vendors. Yes. Can you save your own frequently used prompts? So your prompts and your chats will always stay in this all chats section here. So if you ever need to refer back to them, they will always be in here for you, unless of course you click those three dots and click delete. Otherwise, you can also rename them to be something that you're more familiar with rather than the chat name that the AI Assist tool has called it. So I hope that answers your question, Megan. Can we create a newsletter through AI Assist? I haven't tested that myself, if I'm going to be fully honest with you. If you reach out to our support team, it is definitely something that we can test for you. It's not something that I've tried to do myself, Pete. I don't know if you've tried to do that yourself either. Nope. So if you reach out to our support team, we can definitely have a look into that for you. Thank you. Can you use A1 for roller out tracks and prepare marking invoices to vendors? Josie, I'm a little bit confused about this question. Sorry. Pete, are you familiar with potentially what Josie could be meaning? No.
No,
Um,
but we can flag it offline if we need
yeah,
to.
100%. Josie, if you want to send me an email with that question, we can definitely look into that for you. When we are asking feedback to be created, does it only pop into the system or into the feedback section with a tagged property? So if you are asking the AI Assist tool to log a feedback entry for you for a specific contact, you'll obviously as well say this is for 45 Park Lane. Similar to what I did for this prompt here, I said just finished private inspection at 45 Park Lane, Birkdale. I'm pretty sure I'm still sharing my screen, I hope.
Uh,
Amazing, thank you. You will see there that I've said the contact as well, who it was with, what the feedback was, and it has logged it against that, which I've actually still got the contact on my screen. It's logged it against that listing record as well for me there, as we can see. I hope that answers your question. Um, Alrighty. How about creating a report for newsletter? Is AI Assist capable of it? So you can go to your newsletters itself and see our reporting available for the newsletter that you've sent out. In terms of if the AI Assist tool can look at that reporting, I haven't tested it. So if you reach out to our support team asking them to test that out, as well as creating that newsletter, we can definitely look into that for you.
I mean, the other thing too is everyone has access to it, so just jump into AI
Yes.
admin and ask it what you want to do.
Yeah.
I'm currently testing creating a newsletter on my screen,
Amazing.
um, but I'm still working through that, so we'll see
No
what it does.
worries. Cool. Alrighty. If anyone else has got any other questions, please pop them in the chat, in the not AI, Q&A box, sorry, not the chat. So please make sure that you're putting them in the actual Q&A box. Bill, amazing. Is a dictation feature available rather than typing the request? So in the, and I should have mentioned that before, apologies. Thank you for reminding me. With the AI Assist tool on the desktop version, you can utilize your native laptop or desktop's dictation device. So for the Apple users out there, it is just your Siri. Hopefully, I don't send my phone off and watch and everything else. And for anyone that's using a PC, I'm not too sure what the equivalent is off the top of my
Okay,
head.
I can answer that. So if you're on a Windows computer, the default keyboard toggle to get your microphone to work is if you press the Windows key and then the H key at the same
Yep.
time, so Win H. On a Mac, you just double the default action is to double tap the command key. And then obviously if you're on a phone using this on Pocket, you can just use the little microphone button, regardless of whether you're on Android or iOS or Apple. You'll be able to dictate. So yeah, it natively integrates with the device's microphone dictation features.
Thank you. Um, what else have we got here? Sorry, everyone. I asked AI to provide a breakdown of all feedback from buyers for a certain property. There are no notes. So not too sure what would be the certain. It told me how
With
many inquiries open. So Natalie, with that one, if you don't mind taking a screenshot of the prompt that you asked it to do and send it through to us so that we can check that out for you. If you ask it for feedback for buyers for a specific property, it should check out the actual feedback entries. As long as those feedback entries are in there as feedback and not as notes, then it will be able to find the feedback entries. So just make sure that if you are entering data into the system as feedback, that you're asking it for feedback. If you're entering it in as internal notes, then make sure you're asking it as for those notes. So feedback can be found under that feedback tab there. And then notes are under the actual stream here in this section here. So I hope that answers your question, Natalie. Can AI create system tags? I haven't tried to create system tags through the AI admin tool, but I know that, or the AI assist tool, sorry, but I know that it can definitely create just ad hoc tags, and it can also apply your system tags to your contact records. In terms of creating the actual tags, though, I'm not 100% sure. Pete, are you aware?
I'm just sending a prompt in now to
Sending a
see.
prompt
Like,
now?
this is the thing. Just
Just,
chuck the
yeah.
prompt in and test it. I haven't tried adding like set or playing around with settings, to be honest. Like adding a system tag. I know you can definitely say, hey, like add a tag to a particular contact or property or listing. It looks like it might be able to do this. It's just thinking. Confirm. Uh, See if it does that.
Amazing. So yeah, as Peter mentioned, everyone does have access to this to be able to test out the prompts that you're looking for. So definitely recommend testing out any that you are curious about. Any other questions? I'm just having a quick look. Is there a prospecting section linked to AI? For example, to recommend who to call and create call lists for us. Interesting that you say that. We do have a new prospecting feature that we do have available. It can be found on the left-hand side in the navigation menu. If you don't have access to this, just reach out to our sales team and they'll be able to assist you with that. We are going to go through the AI prospecting tool, I believe, in the next session next week. So feel free to come along to that next week, and we would be happy to take you through that product. Doesn't look like there's any other questions. If you do have questions that come to mind after this session, feel free to reach out to our support team and we would be happy to assist with those questions. Oh, I can see that Josie's put in one last question. Can you create an SMS and say something like, can you collect all my vendors for the last 12 months and send a hello SMS? Yes, that is definitely possible. So you can definitely do that. Highly recommend testing that out. Alrighty, thank you everyone. I hope that you all have a fabulous day. We really appreciate you coming along to this first session. We will speak to you all very soon. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everyone.